Welcome to cleaning up user types and user groups that are not being used in Taleo Enterprise. Let's get started. User type permissions are all the same. It's what's checked that provides you the different user type. When a zone is delivered, it's very common that you have standard user types that are delivered by Oracle. And many of these you may not use at all. There is a way to clean this up, and that you can. It allows you to delete the user type and the user group that you do not need. So let's take a look at it. We go to configuration. We'll start with user types. You go to SmartOrg and you take a look, and you can see that there are, in our demo zone, there are many user types that are inactive. But if I open up any of the user types and I expand, you're only seeing the check marks that are done. So if I put it in edit mode, you will see this is basically the difference that provides you this user type. So it's what's checked and what's unchecked that provides you the difference. If I take a look at some of the user types, and so for example, there could be, you may have compensation roles that are delivered by Oracle that you will not be using. Or there is maybe performance user types that would not be used. Possibly you've used it in the past, but where it is not in Taleo Enterprise anymore, you may have some of those. So I'm going to take a look at this compensation one just to kind of display to you how we would go ahead and kind of delete this user type. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go in and you want to copy. So if I highlight this name, you want to see if there is anyone, any user account that has this user type. It has to be removed before you can kind of delete the user type. So I'm going to go into user account and I'm going to refine by user type. I will paste the name in. And what I need to do is I have to change the user type and the view to all. I'm going to refresh, and you can see that I have 3 users. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go into each one of these accounts, and I am going to remove this user type. So I'm going to click Edit. I'm going to remove. I'm going to go back in my breadcrumbs under my user account. I'm going to go to the next user account. I'm going to edit. And I'm going to remove. I'm going to remove all of the compensation ones in my exercise here because I know that we are not using them. Save. Again, my breadcrumb of user accounts. Got one more. And edit. Remove. So now for my user type, I have removed everyone that has there. So I'm going to go back to my user type. I'm going to refine by name, paste my information, and I am going to delete. I'm going to get a warning saying, are you sure you want to do that? And it is now gone. So that is the way that you would be able to kind of clean up your user types that are not being used, and it would help in terms of your maintenance. So the next one that we're going to look at is user groups. So I'm going to go into my user groups, and I know that there are some of these groups that we are no longer using. And if I go to my last page here, oops, 8. I am going to use one of my X'd out. So if I go into this group, you can see that I have multiple people in this group. So in order to be able to delete the group, you need to remove the users first. And yes, it could very well be lots of members. So it's a choice, but it's a great way to be able to just kind of clean it up so there are less confusions in terms of the groups that you're maintaining. So I'm just going to continue on here and remove all of my users. And then go back to my breadcrumb. And I am now going to click delete. And has associated data. So then I would need to make sure that remove my information here. Yeah, let's just try another one. So that error message says that I have a requisition. So I will have to go into recruiting, find that requisition that has that user group, update it, and then I should be able to kind of delete it afterwards. So a little bit of an exercise, but I'm just going to kind of update these. And you can see that one I was successful with. So it's no longer there. So I can go and check to make sure that I have that information. And that is an example of updating user types and user groups to help with your maintenance. Thank you.